It all started with a ridiculous bet. Steve, a self-proclaimed crankmaster and part-time disaster magnate, was having lunch in the break room when someone mentioned the upcoming Thanksgiving office potluck. You know, his co-worker Dave mused. I bet nobody in this office has the guts to steal the CEO's turkey from the break room fridge. Steve never want to back down from a challenge or think things through. Immediately slammed his sandwich down. "You're on," he declared, wiping crumbs off his tie. The rest of the office erupted in laughter, not thinking for a second that Steve would actually go through with it. Now this wasn't just any turkey, this was the turkey, an immaculately roasted, golden brown herb-infused masterpiece, personally cooked by their CEO Mr. Hargrove, a man who took Thanksgiving very seriously. Every year he would bring it in for the company potluck, slicing it up for employees like some corporate Thanksgiving Santa. So naturally, Steve, armed with overconfidence, a complete lack of foresight, and a burning desire for office clout, devised his master plan. Sneak into the break room, grab the turkey, and somehow get away with it. Easy, right? Wrong. Steve waited until lunchtime, when most people were either out or too distracted by their own food to notice. He casually strolled into the break room, whistling like an innocent man with absolutely no intention of committing poetry. The fridge door creaked open, and there it was, a glorious, glistening, perfectly seasoned bird sitting proudly on a silver platter. It practically glowed under the fluorescent lights. Steve reached in, wrapped his arms around the turkey like it was a long-lost friend, and slowly, carefully began his escape. He made it exactly 3 steps before disaster struck. First, the turkey slipped, not just a little wobble. This was a full-blown, slow-motion launch. It slid out of Steve, scraped like a greased-up bowling ball, flew across the room and splat, landed directly on the floor. The entire room fell silent. Even the vending machine seemed to stop humming, as if in shock. In a panic, Steve dove for the turkey, but his shoes had other plans. His foot hit rogue, grape from someone said office salad, and he went down like a sack of potatoes. Arms flailing, his momentum sent him crashing into the fridge door, which slammed shut with a bang, jostling everything inside. A 2-liter bottle of soda, perched precariously on the top shelf, launched at itself off like a caffeinated missile directly onto Steve's face. Dazed, turkey in hand, Steve scrambled to his feet just as the door swung open, and there stood Mr. Hargrove. "Silence, Steve." Steve froze. "Mr. Hargrove, funny running into you here," he blurted, trying to casually lean on the counter, only to knock over a stack of disposable plates. They clattered to the ground like an applause track for his failure. Mr. Hargrove eyed the turkey, now slightly dented, clutched in Steve's arms like some kind of bizarre hostage. "Would you like to explain why you were wrestling my Thanksgiving turkey in the break room?" Steve knew he had precisely 2 options: tell the truth and face the consequences, or improvise like his life depended on it. He chose the latter. "Sir, you won't believe this," Steve said, eyes wide with fabricated horror. I walked in, and there was a raccoon in the fridge. "A raccoon?" Mr. Hargrove repeated, crossing his arms. "Yes, a feral turkey-hungry raccoon. I tried to save the turkey, sir, I really did, but the raccoon, he was fast, agile, dangerous." We locked eyes. It was me or the bird, and I couldn't let him win. The entire office had now gathered at the door, watching this disaster unfold. Somewhere in the bed, Dave was choking on his coffee, barely containing his laughter. Mr. Hargrove sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. "Steve, there was no raccoon." Steve gulped. "Sir, At that precise moment, as if summoned by fate itself, something moved inside the fridge, a scratching sound, a rustle, and then a tiny black paw emerged from behind a take-out container. The entire office screamed. Out from the depths of the fridge leaped an actual raccoon, chattering angrily, knocking over a stack of yogurt cups in its escape. It scurried across the room, launched itself onto the counter, and then, with a final dramatic squeak, bolted out the open window. The room was dead silent. Steve, still clutching the turkey, turned slowly to Mr. Hargrove. "Would you believe me now?" Mr. Hargrove opened his mouth, closed it, looked at the window, looked at the turkey, looked back at Steve. "Get back to work." Steve did, but he also won the bet, and for the rest of his time at the company, he was known as the Turkey Hero.
漂亮。